Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. California, man. You asked for this, you got it, and now you're suffering, man. For years, man, the fast food workers were screaming for $15 an hour. And then eventually California, Gavin Newsom said, you know what? We're going to raise your minimum wage up to $20 per hour. And businesses must comply with this. Not all businesses. Businesses of certain sizes had to comply. And I told you guys this was going to backfire. This is simple economics, guys. Simple economics. If you have to raise wages, things will happen and not for the better. People will lose their jobs, guys. People will lose their jobs. And that's exactly what happened in the People's Republic of California. Democrats, man, all they want is your vote, nothing more. Democrat policies are a detriment to society. Fast food workers, man, maybe they really actually vote Democrat, man. They actually thought, man, I'm finally going to get that raise from, I believe, minimum wage was actually like $15 or $16. Now I'm going to get 20. Where's this money actually coming from? Customers actually have to walk through the door, and those prices are going up. Inflation's already out of control, guys. California's already expensive to live in. What do you guys think was going to happen? You lost your job, man. You lost your job. Democrats played you for fools. They played you. Now, guys, 10,000 fast food workers are out of a job in California. Bye-bye. Adios. Au revoir. This is sad, man. Democrats knew that this was going to happen, but they keep listening to so-called progressives, man. Not the smartest people. It backfired completely, guys. Let's get into this. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Member live stream every single Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're watching on Rumble, click the join button to get access to the same thing. Here we go, guys. Gavin Newsom's $20 per hour minimum wage laws lead to mass layoffs in California. Nearly 10,000 people have lost their jobs since the law took effect on April 1st. So here we are, guys. April, May, 2 months later, 10,000 people have lost their jobs. Stop voting Democrat, man. Here we go. Since California Governor Gavin Newsom's $20 per hour minimum wage law took effect in April, nearly 10,000 jobs have been slashed from the state's restaurant industry. Struggling franchises have been forced to cut labor and spike prices to survive the costly wage increase, resulting in mass layoffs and a decrease in consumerism. Yeah, people don't have the money to go out, man. Those prices rise. I mean, guys, do you actually want to spend $18 on a Big Mac meal? First of all, it's not even real food. It's not real food, man. And it's expensive. That is crazy, man. Crazy. 10,000 people. See, the low-end workers, man, thought that money just grew on trees. They thought that these franchisees, they got the money. These are small business owners, man. I mean, franchisees, they don't own the whole company. They probably own like what? 1, 2, 3 restaurants. The margins, profit margins, probably not that big. Man. Tom Manzo, president and founder of the California Business and Industrial Alliance, told Fox News that state lawmakers were living in a fantasy land when they thought minimum wage increases would help workers and businesses. He revealed that since Governor Newsom signed AB 1287 into law, which took effect April 1st, nearly 10,000 people in the restaurant industry have lost their jobs. You people in California, man, could have had Larry Elder, man. I mean, Gavin Newsom got recalled. Recalled. You could have had Larry Elder, man, but oh no, we can't have that black conservative. Larry Elder has been saying for the longest time the minimum wage should be zero. Zero. The market should determine wages, man. But oh no, socialists, man, they got to have fixed wages. And it backfired. Quote, California businesses have been under total attack and total assault for years, said Manzo. It's just another law that puts businesses in further jeopardy. A number of well-known restaurants such as McDonald's, Burger King, and even the Golden State's famous burger chain, In-N-Out Burger, had to raise prices to make up for the increased pay. And In-N-Out is not cheap. Okay? Many were forced to reduce employee hours, and some transitioned to automation per the New York Post. Yeah, you're replaceable, man. Machines can actually do your job. Machines can actually make burgers. They can make fries. And the people that actually kept their jobs, they got reduced hours. So therefore, they're probably making the same amount of money. Yeah. Quote, you can only raise prices so much, said Manzo. And you're seeing it. People are not going to pay $20 for a Big Mac. It's not going to happen. I agree. I completely agree, man. I would never spend $20 on a Big Mac. Manzo also called fast food a starter industry and explained that it was never meant to be a long-term, high-paying job. Yeah. When I was in college, man, one of my first jobs is actually working at Burger King. And no skills. No skills. I believe minimum wage at that time was $4.50 or $4.75 an hour back in like the 1990s, something like that. Quote, you get a job as a kid working in a fast food restaurant and you learn some good work ethic. And that takes you into life, he said. Yeah. The first big chain to be affected by the new regulation was Rubio's California Grill, which is well known for its fish tacos. At the end of May, just 1 month after the law took effect, 48 of its approximately 134 sites were closed. Wow. That is a massive number of restaurants that shut down. The closures were attributed to the state's increasing costs of doing business. On Wednesday, the chain filed for bankruptcy. Wow. Foster's Freeze, another fast food chain, closed its Fresno location, citing financial difficulties in having to pay employees higher wages. According to a recent report from Kananowski Equity Research, Taco Bell raised menu prices by 3%, and Starbucks added 50 cents to every menu item since the law took effect. That adds up, man. 78% of consumers now view fast food as luxury purchases because of how pricey the meals have gotten, per a recent Lending Tree survey. A luxury. Fast food, man. I consider, like a ribeye steak to be luxury. And pretty much I eat ribeye steaks almost every day. Probably at least 3-4 times a week. I got a lot in my freezer, okay? Man, you can't even go to McDonald's, man, and eat. If you want a job at McDonald's, you're probably not going to get a job, man. I mean, you're talking about low quality food, man. Wow. What an epic failure, man. But you know what? California, man, seems to continue to vote the same way, man. They vote for their own destruction. Now that you guys actually see what Democrats have done, what are you going to actually do about this? Are you going to continue to vote Democrat? And I'm talking to the fast food workers that lost their jobs. 10,000 of you guys, change your voting habits. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Backfires.